All right, let's go and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be doing some more progression through the Titan Hunt game mode. And today we're actually going to be trying out the Machinist again. I believe last time I did this character, I specifically used, I believe, the Blazing Ray with the Ember Discharge, just because I like the idea of this fire ability right here. They did a percentage of fire damage right up front and removed the stacks, and then you just apply it over and over again, doing a crap ton of damage. But today I'm going to be working with the base default weapon, and for whatever reason, I think it's because of the developers kind of have them keyed in whenever you do the weapons, that like one is the common, then you have the uncommon, the rare, and the epic. And I just like always happen to skip over the first weapon and go directly into the other ones. That's a big fault of mine. I apologize for that one, but I don't apologize for finally trying out the Soul Core Mark V over here, because this thing is an absolute beast. This might actually be one of the best clearing weapons in the game for the skill set that it has. So if you're unfamiliar with the Machinist, this was actually a character that was added into 1.0. As you can tell, I already had the alternate appearance for that one. I absolutely love the character. For the skills that we're going to be using with the Soul Core, we have Resonating Crystals. Conjures rotating crystals around you that fire at enemies, causing damage based on the number of stacks of Brittle you have, or you've made. Gain Radiance. And Radiance and Brittle, Radiance basically says whenever you consume a certain amount of stacks of Radiance after they've been built up by gaining them, you'll hit enemies around you and cause fragility to everything around you. Crystal Shard. Release a Crystal Shard that rotates around you that causes damage and applies Brittle, gain Radiance, and it also has Piercing, which means does more direct, when it does direct damage to an enemy, it deals more damage. Brittle is a debuff you put on enemies that causes them to take more damage. This is actually affected by things like dot damage modifier. The Brittle damage will actually go up, so that's pretty nice. I like that one. The second thing we're going to be taking is actually going to be Arcane Beam. Fires a continuous arcane beam in target direction, causing damage and applying Brittle every 0.4 seconds. I can see that you're probably starting to see a trend here. All of our skills have Brittle so far. But now we're going to segue into something else. We're going to be taking Ice Resonance. This isn't a particularly powerful skill, but I do like it because it applies slow and it bounces to targets. And we also get Icy Veins, and whenever you have so many stacks of Icy Veins, it'll consume those stacks, launch icicles towards random enemies that cause heavy damage and apply slow. This is really good, and you'll see why in just a moment. The next skill we're going to go for is probably going to be Avalanche here, just because of the fact that it's going to give us some more fragility there, and it also applies slow. And then the last thing we're going to be taking is probably the strongest skill, maybe second strongest skill that's going to be here on our skill list, which is Ice Vortex. Conjures an icy vortex under a random enemy that applies slow every 0.2 seconds, and then explodes, causing damage based on the number of stacks of slow on the target. So the more slows that are out there, the stronger this one is. So why would I pair a whole bunch of Brittle, basically skills with Brittle on it, with the slow skills? Well, one of the Titan powers, which actually drops off of Volkage and Vivolt, basically says that whenever you do slow, your skills will also add stacks of Brittle. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to basically make enemies crumble under the weight of being brittle. We're just going to hit them with a whole bunch of stacks, and then we're just going to absolutely decimate them with the damage from all of our abilities we're hitting them. As far as our runes go, we are going to be rocking Weapon Expert, as I always do. Endless Refill, because we're not going to be taking any skills from anything else. But if you want to be using Material Harvest because you're still looking for materials, that is obviously a very valid choice. And then reroll Mastery. As far as our Tenacity runes go, we take Dash Mastery because we never leave home without it. Efficiency Focus, Enduring Cold, and Frozen Blood. Efficiency Focus basically says the number of stacks required to trigger the effects of Radiance, Ammunition, Electrified, and Icy Veins is decreased by 4. And basically what that means is whenever we look at the skill, if you look at Radiance right here, it says after you cast a skill, consume 12 stacks of Radiance to release a powerful beam. This is reduced by 4, so it basically says at 8 stacks now it'll cause Radiance. Same thing with Icy Veins. Icy Veins happens at 12 stacks, now it happens at 8 stacks. So it just makes those effects pop more quickly. Then Enduring Cold, whenever you trigger Icy Veins, there's a 20% chance that the Icy Vein stack will not be consumed. So when it does that consumption thing to do a whole bunch of area-wide slow damage, I believe it also does fragility on it. Does not? Am I wrong? No, it does a slow, and okay, that's all it does, slow. But yeah, it basically makes it to where basically the stacks don't fall off, and it can trigger again much quicker. And the final rune, Frozen Blood, every time you receive a form. Actually, no, we're removing that one. That is not the one I was looking for. Let's see, where is the one I was looking for? We might actually, there we go. That's the one. Absolute Zero increases your critical damage by 15% for 5 seconds whenever you consume a stack of Icy Veins. So we're going to have a whole bunch of crit damage because anytime the Icy Veins goes off, which is going to go off a lot, we're going to be getting more crit damage on top of that. As far as where you get these from, by the way, 2 of them are tied behind the Myrmidon. So in the Myrmidon skill tree, if you come over here, the first one you get is Absolute Zero. This is the crit damage one. This one is the Enduring Cold one that basically says you have a chance not to consume stacks. And the last one is actually going to be under the Machinist. And it's going to be the second to last one you have, and that's Efficiency Focus, which reduces the stacks required to trigger the effects of your Radiance Ammunition and Icy. So there's that. If you are not familiar with the Machinist Ascension ability, it is called Machine Spirit. The Machinist may now mine energy crystals to empower this armor, enabling his powerful prismatic cannon and gaining powerful improvements temporarily. As far as what that means in terms of like stat wise, according to the wiki, it means that whenever you have this Machine Spirit active, you get 35% additional max health, 40% damage modifier, 10% additional movement speed, and a 40% additional multi-cast chance. Of course, you can increase that again by the other nodes you could find here in the tree. But that is a quick look at what we're going to be doing here today. We are going to progress with this in Titan Hunt mode. If you like the sort of content you want to see more build guides like this, make sure you are liked, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what builds you're using, and if you're progressing through it, or if you're stuck and you need help, let me know down below, and I will see what I can do to help out. We're going to go in Titan Hunt mode. I am currently working on Sigil of Hate +1. We're one more away from being able to fight the Void King on the next tier. So let's go in. All right, here we go. One thing you'll notice right at the start, by the way, this guy is really friggin' slow. What you're also going to notice here is that this guy is really friggin' strong. This first skill actually causes rotating crystals around you. And it's probably one of the more visually unique characters because of these rotating crystals. I don't know any other character that has these crystals like effect going around them. Either way, it is very strong, and we are absolutely decimating these fools right now. I am just working around trying to do this right now. I'm trying to figure out what I want. I probably want to get a lot of lethality, some cast frequency and multicast. I think cast frequency and multicast is probably going to be a majority of that. And as you can see right there, there's my artifact power that I always forget to talk about. Our artifact power is actually Force Field. Whenever we cast enough skills, we get large rays rotating around you that apply Brittle, and we also get Radiance, so that's even more Radiance going out. So yeah. Oh, and this is the Machine Spirit, by the way. Whenever we do this, we're basically going to mine this node. It's going to drop like 4 or 5 crystals. We absorb those, and we immediately empower. As you can see there, the bar down there, it filled up at the bottom. And now we have all those additional buffs. We should make quick work of these Void Lords, which is fun. We'll see. They might kick my butt, who knows? Nope, we just absolutely annihilated every single one of them. That is the Machine Spirit. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and increase the cast frequency, or cast speed of our Crystal Shards. I'm going to go with all your attacks may now apply slow. This is major. Thing is how now that they all cause slow, whenever we get this ability from Vaikage and Vivolt, any attacks that apply slow have a chance to do Brittle. So that's even more Brittle being made. Let's see. Area effect of resonating crystals or increase the duration of prismatic cannon. I'm actually going to take the area effect and save Machine Spirit. There we go. We're going to take Ice Resonance, and then we're only missing one more left. Looks like we get a multi-cast legendary, 60% increase on Ice. But we're missing Ice Vortex, and then we are good on all of our abilities. So we're doing really good right now, and as you can tell, a lot of stuff is happening. You might also be wondering why I have electricity poking off us. I think one of the nodes inside of the skill tree for the Machinist basically says that you have a certain chance to apply Electrify to enemies. I think it's like a 2% chance or something abysmally small. Either way, that is why you sometimes see electricity bounding off of it. And you can see our prismatic cannon is just going off repeatedly, or not our prismatic cannon, our force field. This force field thing is absolutely just going to annihilate it. I am going to start banishing stuff in hopes that we actually find our ice vortex. There it is. And we actually got to keep a couple of our banishes, which is really nice. Ooh, a damage increase already to 4 of our 6 skills. That's absolutely monstrous for us. I do need to get some magnetic and some move speed when I can. If only because if we get lucky enough to find a treasure goblin, I want to make sure that we can benefit as hard as we can off of the treasure goblin. I am hoping that, looks like we're going to go in without our machine spirit. We did get hit by something. We're going to go ahead and turn off active skills there. And let's look at, you know, we'll actually go with crit damage. That was a pretty good one. I do need to keep on the move. It looks like mining node did pop up for our machine spirit, so we can grab it. Ooh, another 40% damage boost. I'm actually going to lock the Relentless and take the damage boost here. Need to move out of the way of that one over there. Looks like we have 2 guys still alive. I'm going to go ahead and grab this machine spirit. Hopefully we can use this to clean them up. They are not being tickled by, or are they being tickled by this, aren't they? Attack speed of Arcane Beam, Relentless, Disarray. Oh, this is a really good one. Whenever you apply slow, you may now also apply Disarray, which gives you a variable amount of damage. For each skill, you have a type Ice and previous skills without Ice. So we're getting improvement on 3 different skills, increasing their crit chance by 12. That's really nice. I am going to go ahead and go with, let's go with the horrific. I would go with the, oh, Treasure Goblin. Oh boy, what a lucky day. Let's go with reroll. Oh my god. Another 40% damage bonus for 4 of our skills. I'm going to turn down visibility ever so slightly so we can see stuff. I want to get that objective XP over there. Pick that up. We're going to go with multicast. We need to get some more multicast, honestly. Increase damage of our prismatic cannon. Okay. Then we'll work our way over to the green objective and then the blue objective. I'm hoping we can get some magnetic in between now and the final boss of this area. You can see we're just absolutely melting these guys. They're being slowed really well from our ice skills. Well, actually all our skills now we can apply slow with all of them. We'll make our way up to the blue objective. Now let's actually roll again. I would like to see if we can get a magnet. Oh, that's too good to pass up. Powerful strikes. Increasing the damage of everything by 15%. Sure. Kill the Kobold Giants. Alright, well, consider them dead. You know, it looks like we never picked up all of our nodes from the bottom objective whenever we fought the Void Lords, because our meter is kind of where it's at. Makes me think we need we left a crystal behind somewhere. See if I can get that. Yep. Looks like we left 2 behind. Now we're empowered. Okay. We'll go ahead and tackle this rare objective that's right here. Multicast, it's fine. And that's it before the boss. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we got any magnetic, so we're probably looking to net about, I don't know, 20 levels. I mean, that's still 20 free levels. 19 to 20 levels. Extra health would be nice. Increase the damage of our non-ice skills by 16%. I'll take it. I'm going to reroll here. Let's get some lethality. Damage increase of Avalanche and Ice Vortex. Ice Vortex hits like a friggin' truck. You want as much as we can. Crit chance. I saw the fact that I skipped over a magnetic. That's entirely my fault. Oh well. I don't have any magnet, do I? That's rough. Alright. We should still be making quick work of these guys regardless. Last time I fought these guys, the first time, they were like, for the first round, I absolutely decimated these guys. Not too hard to deal with. Oh my god. But, you know, if I could see things, it'd probably make things a little bit easier. Yeah, I'm turning down the visibility ever so slightly. You guys seem to see what the abilities look like. I'm gonna re-roll here. I'm gonna re-roll here. Take the Relentless. And we will take... Whenever you apply slow, you may now apply Brittle as well. Treasure portal, there we go. And remember, whenever you come to these treasure rooms, turn off your auto level up if you have it active. Just so that way you don't get bombarded by level up screens every 2 inches of screen covered. Hopefully I get some agile. Be funny if I got a whole bunch of magnetic in here. Unfortunately, because we don't have a lot of magnetic, it means it's going to take a little bit more time to cover the entire room. Every nook and cranny. That's the other unfortunate. All that, just the time taking to traverse the room. Looks like we're going to be getting way more than 20 levels somehow, though. Oh, missed some XP in their corner. Can't leave all that juicy candy on the floor. Like a whole bunch of lemon drops. Is there any XP in there? Yeah, there was still some XP in that corner. It was trying to hide from me. We're gonna make our way to this side of the room. I see you there. Jesus. We're gonna have more than 30 levels, looks like. I think there's still some in the back of the room there. Alright. This way, just go zigzag, serpentine motions, clearing up the entire room. You can skip past all this if you need to. Completely understand it. And we got 30 levels out of this. This is awesome. Maybe 31. Alright, now that we have 31 additional levels, go ahead and spend our level up. So I'm going to turn auto level back on. And let's see. Magnetic area effect of all of our ice skills by 30%. We're going to do multicast, area effect of everything but avalanche by 50%. Our disarray causes bleed. Do we have disarray? Yeah, we do. We have disarray. I am going to pick this one just because it's passive extra damage. I'm not going to focus on bleed at all. It's just going to be extra damage there. Let's see. We're going to re-roll. I'm going to take some agile. Well, lock damage. Take powerful. Take damage increase. It increases damage over 2 ice skills, avalanche, vortex. Increases the area effect. I'm going to re-roll here. Get some extra health. Let's see. Let's go with attack speed of crystal shard. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll here. Hoping for like a better version of movement there. Getting really this rate possibly, yeah, I'll double up on that one. Multicast, lethality. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the relentless. Get more cast frequency. What is our movement? 30%. I'll take it. Let's re-roll multicast strikes. Take relentless. I don't want to use too many more re-rolls right now. I want to keep the ones that I have until we gain a couple more. Skills will be affected by this, increasing the crit chance of avalanche, ice resonance, and ice vortex by 8%. I'll take it. 45 more health. Sure. Magnetic, relentless. I'm gonna lock this, take the movement, lethality. Skill chain. Whenever you cast a arcane skill, you have a chance of casting another one of your ice skills by 10%. Be nice. Take the... Wow, okay, that's a pretty good boost. 15% additional cast frequency. Increase our merciless. Your critical strikes may now slow. Magnetic. Damage increase of crystal shard. There we go. Man, that was nutty. We gained 30 levels. So we were 34 at the end of that first map, and we were already 64. That's pretty nice. Looks like we're going to go with Brokenth to get Shatter, and then we're going to make it back to Vikage and Vivold in order to get another stack of Slow to Brittle. We are a little slow still, so I am hoping that we'll get some more agile, because as of right now, we are only 25% movement speed, which is very, very slow. Let's see, what is this? Oh man, this is actually going to be kind of dangerous here, mostly because I don't like fighting Void Lords in this back corner. They are terrible, especially this one. But looks like we cleared her out fairly easy. Kill this guy, pretty good. Who's this last one back here? Gammoth, fire guy. All right, he's out. That was fairly easy to do. I am gonna go ahead and block hypothermia. Take crystal shard. Oh, we have some machine spirit energy over here. Go, we are now empowered. We'll take this one right here, Tentacles of Heresy. Go ahead and clear these guys out as fast as we can. And luckily for us, they're just kind of folding over. I think all those extra levels definitely added up. We got some more Void Lords here. Luckily for us, our Machine Spirit will be up, and so Prismatic Cannon will absolutely decimate these guys. I'm going to just stand in the middle a little. I'm going to take Vicious Strikes. Looks like one of them might be aiming at me for something. No, it's down. All right, there they go. Reroll, multicast, there we go. Take that, pick up one of these crystals here, Soulstones, and we'll make our way down to the blue objective in the bottom right-hand corner. Sandscale Riders, they should all die fairly quickly, just to the obscene amount of brittle that's going out. Damage increase of Ice Resonance, Avalanche, and our Arcane Beam. We are clearing monster right now. Looks like we have an XP crystal right here. I'm going to save that soul crystal, the Soulstone, until after this crystal breaks, so we can collect all the XP fairly easily. I'm going to go ahead and go expansive. Bigger projectiles, it says. Man, am I getting hit by my own slow? I feel like I'm very slow here. But we're doing obscene damage, so I'm not gonna harp on it. Attack speed of Arcane Beam increased by 20%. Your critical strikes may now apply disarray. I don't think I have that one. Do I have critical strikes may apply disarray? No, I don't. Okay, let's go ahead and pick this one up. It's having that variable damage. Damage increase, no. I'll take the Merciless. What is our crit chance right now? 84%? Okay. Extra health. Extra bleed damage, sure, why not? It's a pretty good one. Again, not super necessary, and again, not really thematic to the build, but is extra free damage. More Void Lords, and we have our Machine Spirit up and active. Let's stand here. Is this going to help? There we go. More Merciless. I'm gonna lock that. Take the Agile. I want the movement. Ow. We're gonna walk our way back to the bottom right-hand corner for an uncommon, and this should be it. Void Lords. It looks like we're gonna lose our Machine Spirit right as it gets ready to start. Luckily for us, there's only 2 Void Lords up, and they are dead. Alright, let's make our way over to Brokenth. This is gonna kind of suck, only having small amount of movement speed, just because his area effects are pretty great. But maybe we'll melt him, who knows? We're gonna hit him a lot of exposed, that's for sure, and we're gonna slow him down. He did. Oh my god. He got melted. We're coming in for Shattered, so we have that damage reduction, and now we're gonna be melting fools even faster. Arcane Beam, sure. Game, I need you to gift me some movement speed, bruh. And now we're gonna go back to Valkage and Vival, so we can go get another round of Brittle on slow. It'll increase the damage of the Brittle even further. It'll increase the damage enemies will take when they get stacks of Brittle, which is what it does. Awesome work. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this movement speed. Looks like we actually have an epic objective there on the top of the map, but I am gonna take out this uncommon one right here first. Relentless, absolutely. I'm gonna go with increases the bonus damage while prismatic cannon's active. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll get a rare version of that. I mean, it's only 4% now, but if we get more, it'll be better. I would really like to take Leviathan, but I don't want to slow myself down even further. I'm gonna skip on Agony. We need to stop taking Agony. Go ahead and take the movement speed. It looks like we can pick up this, hit the rare objective next to us, and then go to the epic objective on the other side of that. We now have prismatic cannon active. Multicast it up. Kill Cobalt Drillers. Easy said than done. Easier done than said. It just happened naturally. Whenever you cast a arcane skill, you have a chance to cast one of your ice skills. Absolutely. Got an epic objective. Corrupted enemies. Okay. Ow, I got hit by that? Okay, you say so. Damage increase of my ice skills by 30%. I'll take it. Take all this XP too. Attack speed of Arcane Beam. Faster attacks, the more brittle. Ooh, there's an epic objective down at the bottom of the spawn. I'm gonna take Agile. So we'll need this this one, and then we'll head down to the epic one. Re-roll here a couple times. I'll take the damage increase. What the hell? We have so many locks. Relentless, or every time we cast an arcane skill, the chance to cast an ice skill is increased 22%. Okay. Let's make our way down to the epic objective, and we'll make our way over to Valkage and Vival. Look at the amount of force field cannons going around. That's cool. Corrupted mages. Okay. Ooh, a 30% movement speed. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I only feel like we've only been seeing common movement speed modifiers. First time we've actually seen anything higher than uncommon, I think. Merciless, there we go. I think we still need some lethality though. Yeah, we're still stuck at 84% lethality. Myth. Damage increase. Relentless. Sure. Now let's make our way to the Cobalt Twins. Absolutely give them a terrible day. Alright, our visibility is down on our effects, so that way we can actually see the ground and I don't take a whole bunch of unnecessary damage like I did last time. Hopefully. Ooh. There they go. And, ooh, we can go with Shattered Prowess. Prowess increases our damage by 1%. Each stack, and all of our attacks apply Shattered. It's all the time, right? Hold on, where's that? Where is that Titan power? It gives it Shattered. All your attacks may now apply Shattered. Okay, so it's a 25% chance for them to apply Shattered. This is a straight damage increase. What is 185%? Now, don't get me wrong, Brittle is going to increase the amount of damage they have, but so is straight just having a straight damage modifier. I'm going with that one. I want to try it out. I did the just double stacking the Brittle thing. It does really work. It is very effective, but I've been trying to figure out why this Shatter to Prowess one hasn't been showing up for another one of my characters. Let's go ahead and go with Mezahet. We're going to go ahead and take Exposed Hand here. I don't know, that Prowess is stacking up pretty good. $190, almost 200 stacks, over 200 stacks. What does that make us? 392% damage modifier. Yeah, it was definitely worth taking, I think. Let's go with... Get our lethality up. I want to try to get our lethality to at least 100% so we can at least guarantee that stuff. Our crits. For our crit damage. Let's see. Crit chance on our ice skills increased by 12%. Absolutely, we'll take it. Reroll here. Increase our chance of casting an ice skill by 10% whenever we cast an arcane skill. That's nice. Take that upgrade. Oh, there's a treasure chest that just appeared over here. We'll go ahead and try to grab this while we can. Multicast of Ice Resonance. Like 48%. Okay. I'll do Horrific Presence. I don't really want to use too many more rerolls. We only have 4 rerolls to our name. Need to kind of build some of them up. Let's see, damage increase of Arcane Beam, 75% to 120%. Damage increase of Ice Vortex. Ice Vortex is easily one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game, which is why I'm going to go with that. We'll increase the slow we're doing, increase our crit damage. We're going to lock the Relentless, make the lethality. I believe that makes us, yep, 112% on crit chance now. Lock that one. Take one. All right, let's head up to the 2 rare objectives at the top of the map. Knocking both these out will get us to 10 of 15 fragments. We'll take Merciless. Our crit damage should be pretty good too by the amount of Merciless stacks we've had, right? 552, that's not bad at all. These guys are just crumpling over there. Oh, there we go. 20% boost to our movement. Nice. Looks like we only have common objectives on the map. I guess we'll just do the one that's closest to us. It's gonna be Tentacles of Heresy. Heretical. Oh, we also have a treasure node over here. Might as well. Reduce damage by 2, sure. The flat 2 damage reduction, fine. Leviathan, it's another 10% of lethality. 10% of crit chance. Take some extra XP and pickup range. Increase the damage of Prismatic Cannon. Machine Spirit by 30%. Multicast of every skill but Avalanche by 48%. Okay. Multicast. I'll reroll. Really don't want to take this lead. Ooh, there we go. Multicast, 116%. 96. 20% area effect of avalanche, sure. Alright, we'll make our way up to and common objective. For each skill you have arcane, increase the damage of non-arcane by 12%. That and ooh, powerful strikes. 10% damage bump across the board. Looks like we need 2 more objectives. I'm gonna make my way over to this XP crystal that just spawned against the right wall, and then we'll hit this objective right below it, and that'll be enough to get us into the door with Nezahet. I'll take the merciless. Damage modifier of our machine spirit goes to 12% extra damage from 8. Collect all XP. Increase skills that don't have arcane by 12% additional multicast. Or 16%, sorry, I saw that wrong. Machine spirit damage is increased by 16%. Alright, let's head on down to the objective. Time to kill some Void Lords. Go ahead and increase our crit damage there. Oh. There we go. Take that one. We'll re-roll. Damage increase of Ice Vortex, sure. And we'll head on to Nezahet to collect the exposed Titan power. I'm thinking we should be able to melt Nezahet fairly quickly. It might take a little bit just to apply the stacks of brittle, but should still rip them down a little bit. Now we're talking. There we go. We'll do bows. There we go. 25% chance to increase damage by 12%. And now we're on to the Netherworld. Wonder which corrupted champion we're gonna have to fight. Last one was Spellblade in our last video. The one before that, you guys didn't see because I was just doing that off screen. Was it the corrupted Houndmaster? All right, looks like we have an uncommon, rare, and epic objective all on the map. I'm gonna work my way down to the. I'm actually gonna work my way to the uncommon one first and see if we can get the prismatic and up through the machine spirit. I'm just waiting for a node to spawn. Maybe it'll spawn by the time we get done. Increase crit chance of my ice skills by 8%. Sure. Increase the damage of ice skills. No, our arcane skill. Oh, sorry. Increase the damage of our arcane skills by 12%. There it is. There's our node. The spawn. That's nice. Looks like it's corrupted workers or corrupted mages. Increase the damage of our arcane spells by 12%. Okay. Corrupted protector. Okay. They did. Let's increase our lethality. do strikes. And then let's do some common ones right here. And then we'll make our way towards the rare objective. That's a huge multicast chance for that skill. There's no way I can pass that up. We do still have Machine Spirit active for this one, so there is that. Oh wow, cross the bridge. Okay, hypothermia. Yeah. Go. Soulstone picked up. Do a 10% boost. Powerful strikes. And let's work our way up to the rare objective. Void Lords? Okay. We're not going to have Machine Spirit up for that one, but that should still be okay. Critical strikes may apply slow. Fine. Looks like we don't need Machine Spirit. It's awesome. Crit chance of our ice spells increased by another 8%. I think it was actually going to make that one, but cool. Apparently I did. Damage increase of Arcane Beam, sure. Do Agile. Looks like we have an epic objective, and if we clear that out, we should be... That should be everything to make it to the Corrupted Champion in the run. I'm going to sit here. Objective complete, and not enough to get time to get the Machine Spirit, but we don't need it. Multicast and Avalanche, fine. Time to make it through to find out which champion we're fighting. I haven't even looked to see how much health these guys actually have. Looks like I'm going to be fighting the Corrupt Pyromancer. Okay. How much health does this guy have? 142 billion health. Oh, okay. Is that it? Thermish. Out of the way at that. Dead. He absolutely annihilated the Pyromancer. Your area modifier. No. Cast frequency. That'd be nice. What's our cast frequency? Not that it matters. We're pretty much done with this one. Ooh, crit damage. That'd be pretty good. I'll take that one for sure. And then we gotta channel it. One more level. On the next level, we can actually fight the Void King. But that's the run with the Machinist. Yeah, the Machinist is pretty nutty. Resonating Crystals coming in at 540.8 billion damage. That is a lot of damage. Now, I know that I did have my weapon at plus 15. That's actually the highest I've ever upgraded a weapon, but I don't think it was entirely necessary to have done so. Ice Vortex, I knew was going to be extremely strong, just not as strong as Resonating Crystals was turning out to be. I mean, Ice Vortex did 133.8 billion, and everything below that, only 3 skills came in at double digits in the billions. One of those was actually our artifact power, coming at 12.1 billion. Actually pretty awesome, honestly. So we're going to head back to the menu. Again, as far as skills go, the skills that I used using the Machinist were, in fact, Resonating Crystals, Crystal Shard, Ice Resonance, Arcane Beam, Avalanche, and Ice Vortex. The whole idea behind that is basically that we were stacking up a lot of Brittle on enemies. We were stacking up Slow that converted to Brittle, or that created Brittle stacks using the power that we got from Volkage and Vivolt. And then as far as our runes go, we went Reroll Mastery, Weapon Expert, and Endless Refill. And for our Tenacity runes, we went Dash Mastery, Efficiency, Focus, so we have reduced stacks on our Radiant Veins, Enduring Cold, for the chance to not use any stacks whenever they consumed Icy Vein stacks. And then finally, Absolute Zero, which whenever we consumed our Icy Vein stacks, we got additional crit damage for 15 seconds. So that is the build. And that was me progressing a little bit further into Titan Hunt. If you like these sort of builds or you want to see more like it, make sure you stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of the channel, and if there's a build you'd like me to try or one that's working for you whenever you're progressing through the Titan Hunt mode yourself, make sure you let me know down in the comments. Give me the runes, the weapons, and all that jazz, and I'll track it out for myself. But until next time, you guys, take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. Later.